In celebration of Thanksgiving, today's video will be about the time when Boruto entered his main character power-up era and proceeded to send Boro into the afterlife. So without further ado, let's get right on with the video. Boruto and his squad were fighting for their goddamn lives as Boruto launched the whole damn Rasengan on Boro to blow out his right hand. Like, Boruto was out here giving Boro Mortal Kombat fatality ass moves, only for the menace to regenerate his arm like he was Kid Buu from Dragon Ball Z, and swipe the young goat away with a chop thinking he was prime Ric Flair out this bitch. Shit got worse for Team 7 as the menace slammed Mitsuki down to the pavement. Sarada, who was tired of seeing her homies get turned into fodder punching bags, decided to intervene and attack Boro, but this demon Boro came up with a counter and shot multiple lava style projectiles to stop Sarada's shurikens. That dude Mitsuki was tired of the disrespect from Boro and wrapped his arms around the monster, giving enough time for Kawaki to pull up and blast the man's midsection off. I was thinking to myself, that attack had to have slowed down Boro, right? But nah, the man activated his Hall of Fame regeneration again and got up like nothing happened. I was amazed by Boro in this episode so far, y'all. This man had his head blown off, his arm blown off, and now his manhood blown off, only for him to regenerate it all back. Boro straight up proved to us in this scene that he belongs in the category of S-tier demons in Boruto. Mitsuki and Boruto both posted up alongside their homie Kawaki to fight Boro, while Sarada stayed back in order to find the monster's weak spot, as Kawaki explained earlier that Boro won't have his insane regenerative powers anymore if they take out his core. Meanwhile, the throwdown got more intense as Boro gave Kawaki a knee to the stomach like he was Namek era Raccoon and got ready to follow up with a Little Mac punch, when the young goat Boruto pulled up and grabbed the car member's collarbone, allowing Kawaki enough time to slice off the man's leg, causing him to fall flat on his back. With Boro pinned down, Mitsuki used the opportunity to launch his lightning style jutsu at the enemy, but this nigga Boro was so unfazed by his current predicament as the menace sent a burst of flammable substance at Mitsuki while the lightning jutsu was still underway, which resulted in the young shinobi to be blown up. Sarada started to feel real bad as she continued to watch her homies get fodderized by Boro while desperately searching for the man's core. I was like, yo, Sarada, don't be so hard on yourself. You're doing the best you can in this situation, and you won't fail because you're the daughter of two Team 7 goats. Then the realization kicked in Sarada's brain as she noticed Boro's core moving inside him while Boruto and Kawaki inflicted more damage to his body. Team 7 posted up one last time against Boro and began jumping the man, Jujutsu Kaisen style by the way, though not exactly the same as they got their asses handed to them while Sarada charged up the Shidori. I was so happy here, y'all. Sarada was about to give us a cold scene with the Go Kakashi and Go Sasuke signature moves. Like, goddamn, the S-tier teamwork here too was straight fire as Boruto destroyed Boro's arm with his vanishing Rasengan, allowing for Sarada to successfully hit the man's core and destroy it. Now here we have the funniest scene in the episode as Boro stood there flabbergasted at the realization that his precious core was now gone. You gotta feel for the bro in a way. Boro loved flexing his Hall of Fame regeneration powers, and now he no longer could anymore because Sarada got rid of that shit fast. Now all of us Naruto Boruto fans were thinking the fight was definitely going to go in favor of Team 7 now, right? But nah, that nigga Boro got so pissed and entered his atrocious level of rage as the man gave us the ugliest transformation known to man. Homie was out here looking like a crossbreed between Zangief and Ultimate Alien Vilgax. Seeing that Boro was caught up in his anger, Team 7 decided to use the extra time to free the GOAT of that era, Naruto Uzumaki. I was happy and laughing at the same time during this scene. Happy at the fact that Naruto was freed from his prison, and snickering to myself at the fact that Boro let these young shinobis free the Hokage. I was getting ready to call Boro a fraud when the huge man pulled up on Team 7 and sent the homie Mitsuki down to the pavement again. What is up with Boro and wanting to press Mitsuki down to the floor all the time? The man didn't deserve that shit at all. Boro, who was in his Thriller Bark Sanji pissed off era, decided to take out Team 7 one by one, leaving Boruto as the last one left as he kept punching the young goat to the ground, pissed at the fact that these 13-year-old kids embarrassed him this bad in their fight. However, when Boro lifted up his fist, he realized Boruto was no longer there. And y'all, here comes the moment we've been waiting for, as when Boro looked up in the sky, he saw Boruto hovering in the air with a godly blue aura. As it turned out, Momoshiki had taken over the young boy's body. With a track record of how main villains get their asses beat when the main character powers up, I was thinking to myself, Borushiki is gonna make this nigga Boro wish he never pulled out that ugly ass transformation, and I turned out correct, as when Boro tried landing another blow on Borushiki, this possessed boy proceeded to dodge that shit like he was the new Yellow Flash of the verse and chopped that man's arm off. Then this nigga Borushiki gave Boro the CM Punk knee and had this bloated man bouncing away like he was Fat Janemba. The disrespect here was crazy, but here comes one of the wildest moments in the fight as the man flew over to Naruto's unconscious body and absorbed his chakra like he was Android 19 out this bitch. I was like, yo, this nigga Borushiki is built different, man. The beatdown of Boro continued as Borushiki flew up to the fraud and turned his body into a beach ball as he kept kicking him around. Boruto's squad were astonished at the sight in front of them as they watched Borushiki foderize the man responsible for cooking them earlier in the fight. Y'all, Borushiki was so cool to me already, but when this nigga pulled out a whole big ass Rasengan from the palm of his hands, I was like, yeah, that man Boro ain't coming back from this life-ending fate of the century. Borushiki was like, say goodbye, you're done, and slammed that Rasengan onto Boro, obliterating him in the process. Boruto would later revert back to his normal form and group up with his squad as they were worried about how dangerous his karma was quickly becoming. These 2 episodes of the Boruto anime were straight bangers, man. Team 7 vs Boro was easily one of my favorite fights in Boruto, but this fight quickly entered into my top 3 list when Boruto had that legendary main character power-up. Like, I remember watching this episode back when it came out in 2021 and being so hyped to be reading the Boruto manga around that time. Speaking of the Boruto manga, how do you guys feel about the time skip right now? I know it's pretty controversial, but I'm actually really enjoying the story right now, and I can't wait for when the next chapter drops, bro. With that said, what was your reaction to Boruto packing up Boro to the afterlife, and what is your favorite fight in Boruto? Let me know down in the comments below. As always, if you enjoyed the video, consider hitting the like button and subscribe to the channel as it helps out and I greatly appreciate it. The next community poll picks will be Obito, when Kuma violated the Straw Hats, and when Goku went Super Saiyan for the first time. I'll also be putting out a secret DC video the week after this Boruto video drops, though I won't say what it is as I want y'all to guess. With that said, I hope y'all continue a nice week and I'll catch y'all for the next video. Peace.